Nobody. That is like the most quintessential video game action movie flat top ever. Right? Like that's like a very specific genre of haircut that action movie flat top. Like you go to a barber and you're like, I want the G.I. Joe.
Right?
Yeah.
He's like, say no more.
It's Just Bodybuilding Reacts. Remember, like, share, subscribe, comment, and
Ring the bell.
here we go. Lee Priest, Battle for the Olympia 98.
In the H1. Love
Let's
it.
listen to him.
The classic Hummer here.
Listen to what he says here.
Good morning. Look at the hour of the morning. Nobody's out apart from idiots like me and criminals. That's the only people out this hour of the day.
And of course, Lee often trained at World Gym to avoid. He actually wanted to avoid Venice Golds.
Really?
Also, silence and no headphones.
The volume on that is real loud in my headphones.
Is it? I can turn it down
Yeah.
here.
This 6:30.
It's very quiet.
Normal people are out eating breakfast at IHOP or Denny's.
He was always funny. I love that. God, his arms. Oof.
Look at the triceps.
Got to adjust that for my long legs. Long legs, they always get in the way.
The little shots are amazing. You could do a whole book of quotes of Lee-isms as well, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
He almost fell asleep on the bench there. Perfect form.
That wakes up the joints.
Look at that conditioning.
Those arms are just insane.
I love how he just pounds. Just multiple sets with 315, barely a spotter. He's got her spotting him just, to rack it. Pretty.
He also knows age because he goes straight to the barbell incline. That's where we start the workout when you're young.
Yeah.
I'll load my bars. Unlike some pros. I think some of them are allergic to the metal. They don't want to touch it.
There we go, right to flat bench now.
Just the average day in Venice. A few criminals out there. Carjacking over there. Still homeless down there.
The homeless guy over here.
Oh, wonder what he'd say now, eh?
Yeah, right?
Oh, yeah. This was semi-filtered.
Well, not only that, but,
Yeah,
Venice
the times
Beach was
have changed.
Yeah, exactly.
There's only homeless people out there now.
Right.
That was terrible last trip.
See, look at the upper pec doing work on the flat bench. People don't understand what the upper pec does when you bench correctly. Look at it, just stretching and contracting. Look at pecs on those.
What year was this again?
98 battle. Yeah.
Oh, just nasty here.
So Lee's in his 20s at this point. I can't remember how old he is in 98.
I wonder if he actually weighed there. 2 bills.
200 pounds maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember him saying, I think, that he wasn't a big fan of the 212. He was like, why don't you just guys do the open? Everybody just competes against each other.
Yeah.
He's one of the few that could do it from jump, you know?
Right, just make it look easy. You know, just get in there and you win.
So he's only 26 here. He's
okay.
about 26 here. Yeah.
That's insane. I was doing my first show at 26 and fat and no muscle. It's a little different.
Yeah. A lot of people don't remember how Lee got his pro card.
Tell us the story, Ron.
So Lee actually won multiple Australian nationals, right?
Yeah,
won
I think a couple of them, right?
Yeah, but he was very young when he won the nationals a bunch of times, and they made him go to the World Championships to get his pro card. So he went to the World Championships, and he won the middleweights, I believe.
Okay.
Might have been light heavy, I can't remember. He went and he won the World Championships, but he failed the drug test.
Okay.
And now Lee can correct me if I'm wrong, because we'll ask him if we ever have him on. But I think what happened was he already had the trip booked to go to Venice.
Yeah.
So he did the Worlds, and then he went to Venice, and he had been DQ'd on a drug test, but he was at Gold's Venice anyways, training.
Okay.
And I think it was the Weeders. Yeah. And I think that's when the Weeders saw him.
Right.
Or whoever was, it might have even been Ed Connors saw him at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, you do not go World Championship. And he just made calls, and they just gave him a pro card.
Yeah.
They're like, here's your card.
I think,
you won it at Gold's.
Yeah, I think they just saw him, and he went and saw like the Weeders at head office, and that was it. They were like, oh, no, you're magazine covers right away. Let's go. You know?
Yeah, when he won those championships too in Australia, he was beating guys that were like growing dudes, growing men. Mm-hmm. You know, he was basically a teenager still, beating grown men that were doing this for years.
Oh, well. I think he won the nationals when he was 17.
That sounds right to me.
Fuck it.
Somebody will correct us if we're wrong.
I'll correct us if we're right.
We got a commercial here.
Oh, got a commercial.
All right.
About pooping.
Oh, I love that old Body Master squat machine.
Those are great.
Mike Harrison just bought one of those at Iron Asylum in Texas.
Oh, no kidding.
He's just telling me. He sent me a picture of it. I like those. He offered to sell it to me, but it's too much to ship.
That's your biggest problem up there is the shipping to get it to you.
Yeah.
You guys get murdered.
So which video is this?
I'm not sure. It just kept going.
It just rolled right into it.
It's the same video.
Oh, is this still battle? Okay, good.
Yeah. They just gave him 2 days apparently, or came back in the afternoon.
Yeah. Nobody. That is like the most quintessential video game action movie flat top ever. Right? Like that's like a very specific genre of haircut that action movie flat top. Like you go to a barber and you're like, I want the G.I. Joe. Right?
Yeah.
He's like, say no more.
Oh, remember these shirts, these NPC or Max Muscles or whatever? They were awesome. Damn. 26.
Yeah, it's just absurd.
Back when the only tattoo he had was a Superman.
I think he's added 1 or 2 since then, if I remember.
Yeah, he got rid of 1 or 2 since too.
The arms, man, like just, you're a hardcore bodybuilder when you just stare at arms all day. Damn.
Whoa.
Every 5 minutes. Damn.
They're literally flawless, though. I mean, his whole physique really is like, that's why it's not human that he could stand next to guys that were heavier and taller.
Right.
Because in a lot of shots, he actually looked bigger. Whereas now you're like, oh, this guy do well, but he's just too small. Like, no one ever thought that Lee looked small against anyone, literally.
Yeah.
Just too much mass, and flawlessly put together.
Yeah, and cartoonish, that cartoonish thing, where the limbs are really big for the frame. Like there's no size lacking in the limbs at all. One of the only guys that could do the overhead Sergio pose, right?
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The victory pose. I mean, how many guys can do that? So
Yeah, 3 that I know of, and 2 of them have the same last name. So
yeah. I never did train at this world gym.
No,
I didn't either.
No.
I didn't either.
Everyone went to Gold's back then, but I remember Lee was a world gym guy because he said it wasn't a circus and there wasn't like, all the kind of wannabe scenes and stuff weren't around there.
Sure.
And I think that's why he liked training there for the Olympia, because he would just be left alone. Like there's nobody there. Like the gym looks empty.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a freak. I remember Lee guest posed at my very first show. So I went to the 97 Northerns.
Right.
He was there with a Superman t-shirt on, signing, taking pictures with people and signing autographs. And I had an Australian jacket on because I had like a gym. It was like Gold Coast Gym or something on the back of it. Yeah. And I showed him. I was like, look. And he's like, oh, because he used to train there. So he's like, oh, that's, and then we had something to talk about. So I remember my first meeting Lee Priest. And then I just remember he had this big, like Max Muscle zip up sweater thing on. And I remember thinking how small he looked. Like, we all knew he was Lee Priest. So obviously it was an illusion, but just in the jacket, like, and then, a couple hours into the morning, he takes the jacket off and he's at the booth with his arms out. And then it's just like, oh, geez. Like, you know what I mean? And then he comes out on stage to guest pose. And I remember just thinking, like, how did those legs fit in his pants? Because those legs didn't look massive in his pants. They looked like, pretty filled out baggies.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
But it wasn't like, they weren't stretched like, how we see Kai Green's pants are.
I was just thinking Kai.
Now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They weren't like that. But then when you come out on stage, you're just like the math didn't make sense. But you got to remember, he's 5'4" wearing double extra large baggies probably. So they're never going to be tight on him. Right.
Right.
Yeah. That was crazy back then.
So I had to mute there. Donna had a conversation with a neighbor dog through the wall. So.
Oh, yeah. That happened.
That'll happen.
Yeah, that dog's outside, you're inside. But okay, cool. We're going to do this now. It's fine. He knows to leave now. You're muted now.
On mute.
Oh. Did you ever meet Lee, Scott?
I never met him in person. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
we should get him on the show.
We should.
Yeah.
We should. I'd love
get him
to.
on the show. I saw someone ask him about his face tattoo the other day.
Yeah. What were they asking?
He,
like why he did it, or?
Yeah, I can't remember. I think he said he got it, and then right away after he got it, Mike Tyson got one, and he was like,
oh, jeez.
He was pissed off because he said then people that hadn't seen him in a while were like, oh, you got a tattoo like Mike Tyson. And
right, exactly.
Like, that's how that works for sure.
Yeah.
Whoever's the bigger celebrity is the one who did it first, no matter what.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Well, that was fun. If anything, I hope we spurred someone to go, I got to go watch some of these 98 Battle for the Olympia videos.
Yeah.
You should watch
that was actually
all the Battle for the Olympia videos.
Yeah, even the ones where Jay's just eating oatmeal for like 20 minutes. they get a little out of control. But yeah, the 98 battle is great because that was the year where the title was vacant, right?
Yeah.
Dorian was not going to come. So the Battle for the Olympia video, you see that like a lot of the guys in the video think they can win because like Dorian's not going to be there, and everyone kind of knows Dorian's not going to be there, right? So there's like a certain vibe with, Paul Dillette and Flex Wheeler and like all the top guys. You could see there's this vibe where they're like,
yes, it's mine. Time. Yep.
And then Ronnie was there. So yeah.
Some guy from ninth place the year before changed it all.
Yeah, but it's a good one. It's a good one. The Flex Wheeler clip's great. He's like 5 a.m, just so dead that he just lays on the leg press. It's not great for motivation, but it's just great to see how tired he is. He just lays on the machine, and Charles Glass changes all the weights. He doesn't change a single weight. He just sits on the machine, and just does his sets, and that's it. It's like a robotic, but you see how he's like just not even there. Like not
Yeah,
even
oh,
there.
yeah.
And you kind of like, oh man, he's dieting. So, okay. We appreciate the reacts. Remember, like, share, subscribe, comment, and
Ring the bell.
And remember, IamMutant.com, proud hardcore sponsors of the show. Check out IamMutant.com, Dusty20, Big Ron 20. Get your gear, get your all in, and everyone, or get your ISO Surge, get your all in, and everyone should get on
There
the
you,
That's what I said.
there you go.
They can all use ISO Search too, though. Whatever.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay, thanks everybody. Remember, it's just bodybuilding reacts.